You know, being in London for the launch for the world premiere of Les Mis is really fantastic because I know it's a quintessentially French story from a great French novel, but really the spiritual home of this musical is London. This is where it really took hold, and from here went out to the rest of the world. And you know, I've been to a few openings here in Leicester Square, but nothing like this. I don't think we've ever filled 2 cinemas before, and it's just so exciting. Les Mis is one of the greatest musicals ever written. That's why it's been around 27 years, from one of the greatest stories ever written. And I've been a fan of it since I was 18, and I just thank God they waited 27 years, otherwise I would have been a very young-faced Valjean. This is a very emotional piece. You have to feel spontaneous and free, and that all those emotions are true. And Tom was right. To be able to give the actors the freedom and spontaneity of being live, what they did technically to be able to capture it is amazing, but it just, I think, makes the film.
Hugh is a splendid human being. You know, the leadership he displayed on the set and the artistry he displayed, he was just so impressive. You know, I knew him as a friend, and I'd kind of pointed a couple of jobs towards him, or a couple of directors towards him in the past, because I had a sense about him that he really had a lot to give, you know. But when you get a combination of the things that he can do, what's actually in his heart, his onboard skill set, and this material, it's a fantastic performance, man. He did exceptionally well. Well, it's a grand story. It's a huge tale. It's an epic experience. You can probably expect to go through a couple of tissues because it's not always, you know, happy in this fairy tale. But yeah, I think it's a really satisfying, big cinematic experience and really worth the time. Look, the nerves aspect, to me, butterflies and being nervous about performing is only there because you want to do your best, and it's a positive thing, it's a good thing, you know. Quite frankly, I don't think anybody believed Tom Hooper when he said, "Oh, we're going to sing every take live." It's not that they didn't hear him; they just didn't necessarily believe that would be true, because that's an extremely difficult thing to do on a film set with all the extraneous noises and what have you. But that's what we did, you know. And so we spent a number of weeks, you know, a couple of months really, actually together building up the stamina for it. But prior to that, I mean, I started working on the voice stuff for this film in June of 2011. We started shooting in February 2012. So it took a long time to actually build up the stamina to be able to sing for, you know, 8 to 10 hours a day, you know, at all strange times, you know, like hitting your highest notes at 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, you know. It's ridiculous.
There's so much about the story to relate to, and I think it's the sort of story that you grow up with. You know, when you're a kid and you see it, you just want to be one of the kids in it, and then as you get older you identify with the students, then all of a sudden Jean Valjean is the character that makes the most sense to you. So I think that, coupled with just soaring, sweeping music and some universal truths thrown in there, I think that's probably why people have been responding to it for almost 30 years. Well, to play the role of Fantine, I'd made a lot of physical transformations. I cut my hair, I lost a load of weight. But then the emotional stuff was just kind of looking at the world around me, and I did a lot of research into the lives of sex slaves, which are just unspeakably harrowing. So that kind of put me in the headspace I needed to be in, especially to sing I Dreamed a Dream.
You know, I can sort of sing in the bathroom, but I didn't know that whether it's actually pretty to listen to or pleasurable to listen to from other people. So I auditioned, and so yeah, no, it was scary, but then you kind of enjoyed it. It was enjoyable. It's exciting and it's scary, but it's also part of the reason why you did it. I always wanted to, when I heard that Hugh was doing it, I get a kiss. But when Hugh was doing it, I just thought it would be wonderful just to, because I am a bit of a musical fan. I love musicals, so just to hear, and I've always been a fan of him, so of actually acting opposite him 2 feet away it was just like a bit of magic. That was amazing.
I was in Stratford doing playing the eponymous hero of Coriolanus when I received a telegram from my agent, who told me that Thomas Hooper, the well-known Oscar-winning director, had offered me the part of Thénardier, the sleazy, slightly dirty innkeeper. I said to him, are you bloody joking? Are you bloody drunk? And he was. But then it turned out, there he is, that's Tom Hooper, the one behind it. And eventually it turned out it was true. I got offered the part, and I took it. It turned out they were not paying me, but I thought it was worth it anyway. I needed the career break, and this is it. I'm here. It's a real tour de force. Plus, I got the chance to act alongside Wolverine, which I think was Jackman's tour de force. Really spectacular.
It's amazing. It's very warm. We have a lot of fans, and the fact that we get to do it in 2 theaters, present it in 2 theaters with so many guests and so many people waiting outside in the freezing cold, it's the coolest experience of my life. I mean, the music, first of all, it's just like I don't think the story. It goes hand in hand with the music. I don't think the story should be told without the music. And I also think the story just is timeless. I think it resonates in every culture, in every society, in every era. It wouldn't be so popular if we couldn't relate to it, if we weren't always struggling in some way, and if we weren't always fueled by love and passion and fighting for your beliefs. So it's like it's everything. It means something to everyone. It's really powerful.